deep breath in and let the arms just raise up above the head. Even gaze up at the hands if the neck allows, and a big stretch upward. And then bring the arms down, chin to chest. And then just shake it out a little bit, all right? And thinking about that posture, the proper posture, we call it mountain pose, just kind of finding your feet grounded, toes are light, arch lifts of the feet, inner thighs rotate towards each other, we find the zip in the core, and just take a feel of how your body is. Just like when we're on our side body, we tend to be feeling like, oh, I'm nice and balanced, but if you just kind of go forward and back, you might notice, I know, I'm leaning forward more. So see if we can find the center that if you could see, your shoulder would be stacked over your hip over your ankles, and it might actually feel a little awkward. So rolling the shoulders back and down. Kind of check in with how we're feeling. Just taking a few breaths. And a long breath in, an open mouth, and just sigh. All right, let's take that moment just to be grateful for our bodies, our lives, and those in our life, for each one of you, each one of our friends, our acquaintances. And then a couple shrugs. Bring the shoulders up to the ears. And then release. And again, shoulders up to the ears. And release. And then this time bring them up to the ears. Keep them up there. And then just kind of take the head back, like you're just letting the head kind of rest in the pillow between the shoulders. Hold it there. And then slowly release and bring the head back to natural. All right, shake it out. Bring the hands and shake them out. Move them a little bit. Shake the fingers. All right, move the legs a little bit. Okay. Go ahead and roll the shoulders a few times. Let's just continue working on from the upper body down, rolling them, and then the other direction, roll them back. Okay, take the arms out in front of you, a little bit of cat-cow, so we'll push the hands forward, tuck that belly in, and curl the back. And then the other direction, bring yourself back to standing, let the arms come to the side, and arch the back the other direction. And then one more time. Bring it forward, curl belly button to the spine, and then reach back. Okay, bringing yourself back and reach one arm up, 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 and then take a lean the opposite direction. Good, and then back to the center. Nice job, we're looking up. We don't have to look up, but it gives us the neck a little stretch, but always keeping safe the neck. Other direction. Good, and then back to the center. All right, taking a little bit of a twist. Let's just take ourselves twisting to one direction, creating that spinal twist. And this is where you might find more on the neck as well as you look behind you. And then back to the center, and then the other direction. Good. And then back to the center. I'm feeling a little bit more on the yoga side because we missed the Wednesday class. All right, taking it into a squat. Bring yourself back down onto a squat, hands on the knees, and then just do a few little squats, letting the hips go up and down. So we're trying to get that stretch in the back side of the body. Backside of the legs more than anything. And then we can take it to a forward fold or remain in your squat or all the way down in your forward fold. Remind yourself if the feeling lightheaded or anything, bring it back up to the squat with the head up. Otherwise, let yourself kind of just hang. Might even find a little bit of movement with the head, shaking it gently one direction, nodding gently, yes. All right, making your way back up. Being careful, we either roll up or we come up to hinging and come all the way back up. All right, good. All right, top part of the body's feeling all right. Let's get the lower part of the body a little bit movement. So we want to create some leg movement. If you need a wall, get yourself close to the wall or table or something. Keeping the one leg, and I'm doing my left, is grounded. And I'm thinking about my inner thigh, working my kneecap engaging. And then I'm going to take my right leg out. And 4 times I'm going to circle around, trying to keep my body steady, trying to find a little bit more stability in the core as I move my leg around. And it's just from the hip socket. If you end up doing a 1 or 2 more, just make sure you do the other one the same. And then the other direction, circle around. Good. And then we want to do the opposite on the other side. So find steadiness. Find the zip. Create the movement with the other side. So trying to kind of the movement in the hip socket. And then the other direction. Nice, good. Okay, bring the leg back down. From here, we're going to take it out to the side. So again, find the one leg nice and solid. Flex this foot and just let it go out. And bring it back, just 4 times. Good job. Whew. All right, and then let's switch. Take the other leg. We'll give ourselves that little break. Take that leg out and back in. And we're controlling that movement when it comes back. Great. Okay, from here, let's get the glutes to do a little bit more. So we want to keep one leg strong, the other leg, we're going to lift it up a little bit, and we're going to let the leg go back. Try to make a squeeze from the glute. Hold it there, and then we'll just pulse. Lift up. Try to make it come from here, from the cheek. Good, a couple more. All right, and then the other side. So same count on the other side. Take it back, wake it up, wake that cheek up, and then kick back. Good. And great. Okay. Let's do a little stretch, a figure 4 stretch. So taking one leg, put a little bend in your body and see if you can bring that leg up. All right. So this may be where you are. You may be holding onto a chair or something, or you might go a little lower, a little lower. Good. All right, and then carefully bring yourself back up. Nice job. Of course, we got to do the other side. All right, so we could even stay standing. You can take it down. Just get that hip opened a bit. Good. All right, and then bring it back up. Separate your legs a little bit farther apart. Just do a little bit of movement side to side. We're going to get a little bit of movement going here. We're going to reach over to one side and to the other side. So kind of stretch and stretch. Good. And then reach a little higher, up and up. And excellent. Let's get ourselves onto the mat then. Finding boat pose. We need to have with us, if we're using, I don't know where my ball is, a block or anything, just to put between our thighs to feel like, okay, I've got a little bit more work on here, right? So I want to find myself sitting tall. I want to find that length in my spine. And so even just doing this, we're finding this is a bit of work. If we feel like we need more arm work, take the arms and feel like you're kind of going to have to hold to make the biceps kind of kick in. All right, maybe go back a little farther. We want to think of the zip of those pants, that corset lift, and just tap one leg up and the other leg up. Good. Good. All right, and then take a little breather. Then we can try, if we'd like, both legs or continue, finding the option here. Maybe both legs come up. And Danielle, that's fine, being on the ground. If we're feeling like this is too much on our back, we can be on the ground. And we can bring the legs up and just tap. So find that zip. So another way to get the core doing a little bit more. There you go, yep. All right, guys, you're doing good. Find 2 more breaths. Nice, good job. And then release. All right, take the feet together, little butterfly stretch. Put the soles of the feet together, let the knees kind of hang out. Stretch it out. It's got a little bit of a stretch already, so we should feel like this feels good. If you want to fold forward, you can take that option of folding forward. All right, good. Nice. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. Alrighty, from here, we're coming back into our boat pose. We're going to take both arms up. Yes, you can have something between your legs because we're going to be lowering, raising. So both legs are up. We want to have ourselves in a nice alignment. We're going to find ourselves lowering down a little bit. Good, and then coming back up. Sitting up tall. Lowering down. And then back up tall. Let's see if we can do 6 more. Think about that belly button to the spine, the zip of the core, and then back up. All right, looks good. Woo! See if we can get the 4 more in or not. All right, taking a breather if we need to. Challenging ourselves, maybe going a little lower. When we come up tall, sit up tall. All right, and last one. Nice job, sit up tall. All right, take the legs up for a nice big stretch. Fluff the feathers, reach up tall. Point the toes to your face, and then hinge forward, and forward, and forward till you reach any part of the leg. Maybe your knees, your ankles, your toes. And then let yourself just kind of fold forward, chin to chest. Toes are pointing to your face so you get that whole back line stretch. Okay, from here we're going to do a little bit of back work to our back plank. I'm moving my blanket because I want stability. Hands up behind our back. We're going to lift up into an incline plank. Okay, incline plank. Another option is tabletop. Another option is stretching and reaching and pushing through the arms. All right, if everybody's ready, let's go ahead. Good job, you already beat me to it. Let's go ahead and lift ourselves up, hold ourselves here. And just remind yourself, if you start sagging or anything, just take a break and then meet us back. Perfect, good. Nice job. Couple more breaths. Good, and then release. All right, good. Stretch out the legs wide, all right, and fluff the feathers, all right, sit up tall. Take a big reach up and turn towards your right foot, and then just stretch up to that side. Good, and bring it back up tall, and pivot and stretch to the other side. And then release. Okay, coming back into our boat pose, let's get a little bit of the side obliques. Again, you can use something between the thighs. Keep yourself with the left leg, oops, I'm changing my mind. No block, leg out long, one leg's long, one leg's bent up. We're sitting up tall. We want to find that length here. We want that strength and length in the belly. We're going to take our other arm out as well And then we're gonna rotate, and we might just do rotation here and back, or we're gonna rotate lowering down, make the leg and the foot to help keep you connected, and then bring back up. All right, our fancy Nancy count is 8. And even if you do a 1 or 2 more, that's fine, but just make sure each one of them are very working. Every part of the body is working here. Breathe. Good. I got a couple more. All right, nice. Good. All right, and back up to center. All right, we're gonna do the other side. I'm just gonna flip myself around so I can see you guys. So the other leg is down, other side's up, both out, and we're gonna do the rotation again. So either it's the rotating, working that upper shoulder, keeping the core strong, or we're lowering down, trying to challenge all the way down as far as we can, but still in control. Okay, doing good. Seven, and one more, and 8. All right, good. And bring it back up. Oh, and move the legs a little bit, shake it a little bit. All right, make sure you've got space. Have your block, if you're using a band, maybe have the band handy. We'll see what we decide we want to do with them. And your blankets nearby. We're gonna lower ourselves down. Taking ourselves down, you can then just slow yourself down on the mat if you want. You could take a little bit more work with it. Take it back to that boat, all the way down. Maybe the feet come out, come into that canoe, kayak, and then all the way down to the floor. Take a moment when you're on the floor here. Put a bend in the knees, arms up to the side, and let the knees just go to side, kind of like a windshield wiper movement. And then bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, and then you can roll around here. And then the other direction. Hang on to your left leg, your left calf, thigh. Just pull that left leg in towards your chest, out towards the armpit a bit, and extend the opposite leg out long. And it's like you're trying to pull one in, and the other one is stretching. Give it a big stretch. And then we switch. The other leg will be pulled in towards your chest, out towards the armpit a bit, and then stretch out the other leg long and find that opposite feeling. One's stretching out, one's pulling in. Good. And then bring both legs in. Give yourself a little hug. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and put our feet on the ground. Lift up into a bridge pose, just for a stretch more than anything. Feet underneath our knees. The glutes working a little bit, and lift yourself up, reach yourself up. In the thighs, you want to feel like you're squeezing something, and lift yourself up. Maybe you walk the shoulder blades towards each other. Try to tuck the chin in a little bit. And get that thyroid to activate a little bit. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Good. And then release. Coming down one vertebrae at a time to pelvic tilt. So slowly, one vertebrae at a time. To the point the back is flat against the floor. Belly buttons to spine. Our pelvis is tilted towards our face, and then we'll create the movement with the pelvis tilting the opposite direction. And then belly button to the spine. And then the other direction. And then pull that belly button in the spine. You should even feel the inner thighs working, which activates the pelvic floor. We got about 4 more. My garbage is being picked up, just in case you're wondering what all the beeping's about. It's good core and try to get that belly button to the spine. It releases some of the muscles in the back as well. All right, one more time. Okay. From here, take the knees at a 90-degree angle. Now, we want to think about that zip of the pants. The inner thigh should work. So, yes, put something between your thighs. So see what we can get. We want to have a little bit of a curve, but we're thinking of belly button to spine. We're going to take these knees to the side. So you can have your arms spread out like a T. That gives you a bit of control. It holds you here. Take both knees over to the right. Now we're not doing a twist. We're just taking both knees over to the right so that you can feel like, oh, I can only go this far. I'm in control. I'm in control. You can hear it in my voice, right? And then I'm going to bring it back to the center. Then I'm going to go the other direction. Same thing. So you're totally in control. You're trying to find where your challenge point is. And then back to center. Now throw some more breath work in here. Take an inhale breath and then you exhale, take it to one side. Challenge as far as you can. And then inhale back into the center. And then the other direction. Keep going, that's just two. After your last one, come back to the center, stretch up into bridge pose. Whew. All right, stretch it maybe a little bit more, not using the block. Let's just see if we can get a higher lift, a little bit more stretch. Good, maybe you went up to your toes just because you want that stretch, and then slowly bring it back down, okay? We're gonna take the legs straight up. Now, I like to suggest hands underneath your sacrum, just a little bit more support. Take the legs up at 90 degrees and all the way up. Okay, so here you might have them straight up, or you might have a little bend in the knee. That's fine. Take the awareness back to what does my core need to be doing, right? I've got that zip, I've got the core zip, and maybe even just wake it up a little bit. Make sure it's doing what it needs to do. All right, we're going to take the legs up, then we're going to separate the legs, and then bring them back to center. So we might have a bend in the knees. Separate them, and then back to center. Good, and see if you can control a little bit more in the core. Just getting used to this legs being up. And one more time. And back to center. Okay, keep one leg up. I'm gonna keep my left leg up, and I'm gonna point my right foot up to the sky. Then I'm gonna draw my leg down the floor, wall to the floor. And then I'm gonna bring it back up. Good. And do it again. Three. Four. And then back up. Okay, let's switch sides. The other leg stays up. Your opposite leg's going to draw down the wall 4 times. You can modify and have your other leg down, bent knee. Three. Nice. And 4. Good. All right. Move, bring the knees into your chest. Okay. All right. Taking your block or whatever you want to use on your arms, because we want the arms to do a little bit more work. All right. Another option is you don't use anything with the arms. You can have them straight up, and that's fine. There seems to be something about pushing. You make more muscles work. They kind of kick in a little bit more, right? We're going to take those up, and we're going to just we can have our legs down or up. It depends on what challenge you want. We're going to raise this above our head, and then back. Okay, a couple times, just the upper body first, and then you can add, if you're already there, that's great. Got 2 more. And be squishing that block ball, whatever it is. Make the arm muscles work. And then bring the arms back up above the shoulders. Hold them there. Check in. Is my core doing what it needs to do? And now, take out the legs. Now, take out the arms. If you want the full, bring them all back in. It can be a long leg. It could be a bent leg. You can always have the legs on the ground and work the arms and alternate. And then take it out long, all the way, and see if we can hold it, all right? Wherever your challenge is, that's where I want you to go, and I want you to hold, and if you can, I want to make breath work out of the belly. See if you can blow. Get some breath work in the core. Modifying anywhere you need to. Good. And then bring it all back in. Nice job. All right, take a little breather. Let's work a little bit with the bridge pose. One challenge is lifting up into bridge with no support. Another challenge is put a block or ball under the sacrum. Then the other challenge is flat on the back. So take it to which challenge you want, all right? Because we're going to go with one leg and lift that leg up. All right, we're going to have one leg up, holding ourselves up, whichever place we are, okay? And then we're going to make circles. Circle 4 times, just like we did standing. Might have a bend in that leg. Might be down on the ground. Oh my gosh. Smile. Good. Other direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up to center. If you need a little breather because you're way up high and you just need need a break, go ahead. Then meet me back. Then take the leg down, the height of your knee. All right? Flex the foot and tap that leg out to the side like we did standing, and then back in. Out to the side and back in. Good. I can only do 4. I'm like a shaking. So I'm doing 4. If you want more, go for it. And when you're ready, just take a figure 4. You can lower down, take figure 4. Whew. On this figure 4, we can either stay here, you might pull that leg in, you just do what feels good for you. And then if you pulled yourself in towards your chest, put that foot back down. We're back in our figure 4. Let's take a twist now. So we're going to take my bent knee is my left and my right foot and just create a twist. This is a twist. If you feel like you want to turn your gaze the opposite direction. And then back to the center. All right, let's switch sides. All right, other side. And we're going to do the same thing. We've got to lift ourselves up. Either we're having something or not having anything, or we're staying low. Find where you were before. And then the opposite leg goes up. We did 4 circles, one direction. Good, and then 4 the other direction. 2, and 1. Nice job. And then we took a break, or we stayed here. And then we'll take the leg down. It's in line with your other knee. And then you're taking the leg out, abducting it out to one side, bring it back to center. 4. 5. Oops, it was, how many did we do? We did whatever was right for us, right? That's what we did. And then we said, okay, it's figure 4. Pigeon pose. Yep. Sorry, this leg wasn't bothering me as much as the other one, so I kind of forgot where we were at. And then maybe we pull this leg in. Right. And then we'll take a twist. Taking the knee and the foot to the floor. Maybe the gaze the opposite way. All right. Excellent. And then bring it back to center. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good here. Let's go ahead and roll onto our side. So when we roll on our side, you're facing me, obviously. You might have a band that you want to use between your thighs. You might want the weight, for a little bit more weight on your thigh. You might want to drink of water. Then we're going to lay on our side. And remember when we were standing, how I said you feel like you go backwards or forward. You might want a blanket for your head as well. It's on. We're going to come onto our side and see if we can balance. Okay? It'll feel like, oh, I've got this. But if we looked, we're probably leaning back on our hips. So just take a moment. Try to stack hip over hip. All right? And then just see if we can balance here. While you're here, find the zip of the core, like your pants are tight. Corset, a little bit of curve, a waistband lifted here. And then we might feel like we want to lift the legs like we were standing. Might even add an arm, but anywhere along the way is where you want to be, just to make that the body is trying to feel like, can I stay here? All right, and then we'll let it all come down. Extend your top arm out and your leg is out. We're going to use this onto the floor and lift up one leg. Another option is you could add, to try to find a little bit more crunch in the side obliques. Seven, and 8. All right, good. And then we're going to do our clamshell, so we'll bring the knees forward. There is that option if you want the band between on your thighs or a weight, but bring the knees forward. They are stacked. We're on our side body. Find that zip. Your head can rest on something so your neck is fine. Keep the feet together. Lift the top leg up and control coming back down. It's easy just to let it bounce back down, but we don't want to do that. And 8. Good. Bring that leg up. Keep your foot up. Bring your knee down towards the knee. And back up. Hope you guys can't hear my stomach. It's gurgling. 7. Should be feeling it. And 8. Extend that leg out long. So you can do both legs down or keep that bend in the knee. Kind of keeps you more stable. Top leg, take it forward. Don't let the body move anywhere. We're only going to do 4. We're starting to run out of time. So take it back behind you, but don't let the body go anywhere. And 1 more. And then bring the leg back like we were standing. Let's see if we can get the cheek to move a little bit as we just pulse 4 times. Make that cheek squeeze as you kick the leg back. Squeeze. Good. And then let's get a little stretch. We're going to take it to like a tree pose. If you want to stretch the leg up, grab the toe. You can do that on this one. This leg won't do it. My hip won't do this side, so I'm sorry I can't show you. And then little dancer stretches. We grab onto our ankle, our pants, our foot, and stretch back. Let's get a little shoulder opening. All right, good. And then release. Okay, so take it onto your belly. I'm going to pass on the block thing, guys. I'll be nice. Let's just go to forearm plank. Where's the timer? I got to get a timer. All right, we're going to go on to our forearms. Forearm plank, right? Forearms, right? You can be on the knees, you can lift up. But we do this for a minute. Get yourself ready. And lift up for 1 minute. So we want to push through the forearms. So shoulders are strong. We're stacked shoulder over elbow. We can have our knees down, still make the core work. We can have the knees up. Push your heels towards the back of the mat. Inner thighs towards each other. So you're feeling like the whole front side of the body and the whole back side of the body is working really hard. Might be shaking. If you need to take a little breather, you're losing your form, take that. We got half the time. All right, we're doing good. Shaking's all right. Don't worry about it. So we're doing our plank time. We don't have to do another plank, Kathy or Vicky. Yahoo! Shannon, how's your planks doing? We did a plank challenge this month, right? It's been hard, but just do it when you can. Oh man, we're almost there, guys. 10 more seconds. 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breather, come down. We maybe stretch back into, there, see the timer went off. Real nice. Back, stretch back. All right. All right, we do it twice. If you want to stay in the forearm, you can do that. If you'd rather take it up to a high plank, just to change it up a little bit, we can do that. High plank can be on the knees as well. So maybe change it up a little bit. Everybody ready? As ready will be. It's going now. All right, so find your plank. Again, walk through your body. See if you can make all those muscles work. All right, we don't want to be dropping. We don't want to be pushed up in the air with our butts. Okay, and we have to breathe. All right, that's one of the hard things. If you feel like, oh, this is so easy, take one leg up, count to 5. Good, and then switch the leg. And you can do it again if you want. We got another 27 seconds. Keep it right where you're at. We're almost there. Whew. So I'm going to throw on, since we're not doing the push-ups with the blocks today, we're going to throw in 30-second with our back plank like we did when we started warming up. According to my plank challenge woman, she says that the incline plank is good for fat back fat. Whew, there's the timer. You did it. Stretch it out. Take a breather. Change my timer because we don't want to do a minute of that. We only want to do 30 seconds incline plank. So like we did in the beginning, right? We did an incline plank. Your incline might be as such. It might be a tabletop or it might be the full incline. Same thing. If we start losing anything, take a breather, come back up. Everybody good? As good as one can. Yeah, okay, thanks, Kathy. All right, get ready. It's only 30 seconds. All right, so lift up. Find your challenge. If you're in incline plank or tabletop, watch the neck. It might feel good to gaze down. It might feel good to head back. But more importantly, just focus that I'm making all these muscles work. That lats right in here. See if we can make those muscles squeeze a little bit more so we get a little bit more muscle work with the back. Come on, timer. Smile, we're good. Oh, good job. I like the modifications. You guys are doing great. We did it. Nice job. Shake out the hands. Whew. Okay. Alrighty, so we got to go to the other side to do those little things, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit of arm work in. So we have the other side to do, so we want to get on the other side, use the other props we did. On the other side, take yourself on your side body. on this side, trying to find, can I balance here? Am I stacked? And one way to look is you could kind of look down your mat, and does it seem to be the same distance from the mat in each part of your body? Yes, some of them will be different. And then, like I said, I look back down here and I know my top hip is going back. And when I put it more centered, it's harder. It's like, okay, yeah, I gotta have to balance. Okay, this is our catch our breath. A few breaths here. Maybe you're lifting the feet, and the arm, or you're just resting here. It's good. All right, and then we're gonna do our crunches. So the arm and the leg help keep us here. The leg lifts, that might be where we're at, or we add the side crunch. Good. Last one. All right, then we did the clamshell. So if you were using a weight, the band, I'm gonna reach out to Irene this week and say, Irene, we miss you. Okay, so knees are forward. Check them out, check things out. And then clamshell, so top leg goes up. Control that going down. Feet stay together. Sip of the cord. All right. The leg comes up, the foot stays up, the knee goes down and up. Six. Whew. All right, nice job. And then we're going to do it forward and back, and we just did 4 of them. Either legs are both straight out or knees bent. Leg goes up forward and then behind. The body stays. And nice, good. And then the leg goes back. Trying to make the glute work a little harder. Squeeze for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Stretch it out. We did the tree first, right? And if you felt like you wanted to lift that leg up for a stretch, you can do that. And then let's take it to dancer where we'll stretch it back. All right, nice job. All right, let's go ahead, roll onto your belly. Come onto hands and knees. Tabletop. Stretch out your right leg. Your left arm, they can be down, they can be raised, and hold. Could be one, could be both. Good. One more breath. Good, and then back. Opposite side. The other leg, and then the arm. Even when we're here, think about how that core should be working, the back side of the body working just like we do in our planks. Trying to make them all active and strong. Great. All right, from here, back to all fours, stretch back into child's pose. When you feel ready, you can stretch up into a down dog. We're going to end up standing. So from your down dog, if you want to come into a forward fold, you can do that. And then you'll slowly make your way up to standing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of arm work before it's the end of the class. I might keep you 5 minutes longer, just saying. Let's just do lightweight stuff today. So we have some weights. If we don't have weights, that's okay. Just make yourself think you have weights. All right, when we come into standing, or we can be on our knees as well, we're just gonna work on the arms. We wanna find the zip in the core, the shoulders back and down, the arms in front. We can use a band as well. And we're gonna stretch that back and over. So if I'm using a band, so if you don't have things, next time around you will, you can pretend you have a band, right? You're gonna take the arms out, elbows stay in. You wanna see the shoulder blades create that movement towards each other without poking up the front body. So we're gonna take the arms out and back to center. Don't let anything loose in your positioning. 6. Make those shoulder blades come towards each other. And 8. Good. All right, then take it up to shoulder height. And if you have heavier weights, you might want to go with the lighter ones. Same thing. Arms out, shoulder blades towards each other. Watch that we're not poking out. Keep that zip of the core. Let the focus be on what is going on with my shoulder blades. They're coming towards each other. Might have a slight bend in the elbows. And a couple more. Good. All right, bring the arms down. Trying to bring rows into the picture, all right? So with the rows, we want to bring the shoulder blades towards each other and pull back. I like to have myself step forward. If you're down low on the ground, that's fine. But step one leg forward and pull back. I'm trying to bring the shoulder blades towards each other in the back side. So we're pulling back. So we're trying to get that muscle between our shoulder blades. Do a little bit more. Yes, perfect. And then pull back. I like that. Excellent work. Good. And still keep that belly button to the spine as we pull. All right. And then if you're standing, we're going to switch legs and do it again. So keep rowing. Row. You can always do a heavier weight. It's good to get those muscles moving. Good, couple more. Nice. All right, taking bicep curls, and I am going to switch to a heavier weight. We can even take it to a squat if we feel like we need a little bit more in that, but we're going to pull upright. Yes, awesome, good. So we want to make that bicep work a little bit. I like it, yeah. You could do one at a time. Yeah, you could even do one at a time. Yep. So we should be feeling it right in here as we move that muscle. It kind of goes, has to work. It's a strong muscle. If you feel like you want to stand, take a stand. All right, if we're doing opposites, try a couple on the other side. We can take a little breather. If we've got enough of the biceps, let's do one more as far as raising up. So keep working on the biceps, and the rest of us will raise up. Good. 4, good. All right, nice job. Woo. All right, bring that down. Good. If you want a little bit of wrist work, we could even make the wrist work by pulling, keep the arms straight, and just make the wrists do a little bit of work. Nice, yes. Okay, good. So homework, I like what you're doing, Danielle. And so for homework today, I'm going to do it against my picture even if it's not good. You're going to come against the wall. We've done this on the floor too. But you're going to come against the wall so you could do it on the floor. Remember those arms out to the side? and raising up. Try to hands touch and then back down. So doing it against the wall or the floor, you want to keep everything still touching on the floor, the wall or the floor. So if you're on the floor, which some of you are, same thing. And this will be homework. Elbows up to the side. And then you're going to bring them, keep them on the floor all the way up above your head. And then back at 90-degree angle. Okay? It's good for the shoulders. All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here with me.